Hey guys, welcome back to my lifestyle channel and to another day of Vlogmas. And as you guys can see our victim here for the day. For today's video, I had the idea and I was talking to James about it. I'm like, you know, I think I want to sit down and talk about our favorite Christmas movies, the movies that we have to watch every single year. I'm not ranking them, but I just want to talk about them. And, you know, I'm an awkward person, so I'm like, I can't just sit there and like fiddle my thumbs while I talk about movies. So instead, I'm going to be decorating this Christmas tree while talking to you guys about my Christmas movie picks. And since I haven't really showed the ornaments that much for this tree in even my vlogs lately, I am going to, in between movies, show you guys the ornaments and talk a little bit about them. And that type of ordeal like I have with our other tree videos. And I'm also going to have all of the tree videos that are posted. I think there's one more to go. Guys, we kind of go crazy around here. Down below in the description box, so check it out. But let's go ahead and jump in. It's just a cute little living room tree, and I love being able to have this in our living room, making it nice and cozy with the red and gold. There's just something homey about it. And this one is also really twinkling. We have a little bit of twinkling lights on our big one, but this one you can kind of see is like twinkle, no twinkle, twinkle, no twinkle. So it's kind of like a little bit of a pattern, and I just love it. Okay, so no particular order of Christmas movies at all. Like, this is no particular order, but Elf. Let's talk about Elf. I feel like Elf is a hit or miss movie with a lot of people. And I think personally for me, Elf has always worked because it's just one of those like feel-good movies. Am I a big fan of Will Ferrell? No. But I feel like in Elf, he makes it work. And because of that, I feel like it is like a classic. But I feel like it's extremely hyped, which sometimes makes it kind of hard to really fully enjoy it anymore. I don't know. Is that just me? Do you feel that way? Am I just gonna put ornaments on this side? Because don't get me wrong, it's a good movie. It's funny. It still makes me laugh. I think I used to enjoy it more than I do now. I've kind of become a little bit of a Scrooge. I even told my husband the other day, we were sitting down to watch movies, and I'm like, I kind of want to watch Scream right now. Maybe it's 2020. The movie though, it's a good feel-good traditional Christmas movie. I definitely only watch it around Christmas time now. I just become one of those people that can only tolerate it, I guess, during Christmas time, but I do think it's a good one. Overhyped, yes. Still a movie I will watch every year, yes. Moving on to some of our ornaments. So the 4-star ornaments that we have, they're like the Northern Star, Christmas star that are red and gold. A lot of these ornaments, you will hear me say, is actually from my mother-in-law's tree because a few years ago, or I would say at least maybe 5 years now, she changed her whole Christmas tree. But because of that, she had all of her kids come and go through all of her past ornaments. So a lot of these are of the ones that James like picked out, or any that were just kind of like left over that were red and gold. And I was like, yes, we want them. We need them for our tree, for our red and gold tree. And that makes this tree even more sentimental. Also, the pointed like red globe is from her tree. The little bird is from her tree. These dangling ones we have a couple of, and they are red and gold as well with like the bows. They're like more like old-timey-ish. You would see more, to me, I see it as more like classic, and I think that's why this tree is so like cozy and warm feeling, is because all of the ornaments are either very, very special or they're just classic ones that make you feel like a little kid again. The Santa Claus. So I feel like this is the type of movie where every single year I want to watch it. I honestly feel like it's the best movie that portrays Santa. Tim Allen, I just feel like, does a good job with it. Now, movie 2, movie 3, did we need it? Did we really need it? No, we didn't. But yeah, those once in a while, like if we really need a Christmas movie to throw on and we've watched all of our Christmas movies, we may throw on the sequel or the, is it prequel? Is that how you say the third one? But 9 times out of 10, every Christmas we skip those. I feel like we're good with one dose of Tim Allen as Santa Claus. But the first one, I feel like will always be a classic. It's just a good, feel-good Santa Claus movie. And I love having those in our house for our boys to feel that Christmas spirit and to feel the Santa Claus spirit. So I really like it at the same time. I feel like they've portrayed it the best. North Pole and all. You guys are going to see me move ornaments around. That's just kind of the process. You got to trust the process, and if that means moving ornaments over and over again, it happens. Here's a little clay ornament, and I love it. This one used to be on Roman's tree, but Roman is a danger to ornaments, so he has a new Christmas, or he was, I should say. We're crossing our fingers that he is good this year since he does have his new snowman tree. But when he became a danger, I started taking off precious ornaments like this so that he wouldn't break them. But it does say James on the back. And I wish I could make out like a date or something. But it almost looks like I think he made this like when he was really little. Because you can kind of see where there's like fingerprints and like melted into like the clay. It's pretty cool, so, and it's really cute. And there's also 2 wooden ornaments that have a bunch of gold dust on them, a Santa and then a snowman holding a Christmas tree. They're both from her tree as well and just super cute. Good gold accents. This whole section I like to label as kind of like the weird section, but not all weird. There is a couple in here, but some of them kind of seem a little strange. This is a very, very vibrant Santa from her tree, her old tree as well. But nevertheless, he is quite the character on our tree and we love him. This is James's elf, so I guess all of the kids had elves, and this was James's elf, so it came and it sits on this tree as well. There's also, this is one of my favorite on this tree, but I just love it. I feel like it's such a classic Santa, and I really think it brings out character in the tree. These 2, I don't know if they were from her tree or not. Honestly, not quite sure where I got these, but fun fact, my mama, which is my grandma, she used to absolutely adore angels. I think she still does, but they're not so much like present in like her decor. But she used to have a bathroom that was completely angel theme. And I believe her Christmas tree even had angels on it at one point. So I found these and they eventually made their way into this ornament box, I think because of the gold, but they continue to go on the tree because when I see them, even though they may have not been from her, they might have, I have no idea where I got these, but either way, every time I see them, I think of her and I think of her house when I was a kid, and again, it's just the feeling of like being a little kid again, I swear, but yeah, they just remind me of her. On the same one, we have another weird one. Another one from my mother-in-law. This wasn't on her tree though. My father-in-law is actually an optometrist and they have an office where they live and then an office like an hour or so away, and the other office they were at, my mother-in-law said that somebody came in and told her the story of these and that they were handmade. I think it's really cute. I love handmade ornaments, and since she gave one to me, I've always put it on the tree. A Wonderful Life. It's a Wonderful Life. Another feel-good movie. This is definitely a movie I have to watch every single year. I feel like it is such a good classic. I also really like White Christmas and I will watch it. But it's kind of like a hit or miss movie because I feel like the rest of the family doesn't really enjoy White Christmas. So sometimes we miss out on that one, and that's why it didn't really make the list. But I did want to mention it around It's a Wonderful Life because I feel like they're both really good movies that if I need a good movie to watch, my husband will watch It's a Wonderful Life with me. But if I'm needing a good feel-good movie, maybe at like lunchtime or when I'm home alone, like, no pun intended, I will usually have It's a Wonderful Life or White Christmas or something like that playing, because I know that they're movies that my family could kind of go without watching, so I'll watch them then. This one is another, these last two are two from her tree as well. Like I said, we have a lot from her older tree. But this one is so cute. It's like a dangling Christmas tree. I've always loved this one on her tree, but this is actually James's, pretty much his favorite Christmas ornament that he had growing up, and I believe he even hassled one of his sisters who tried to take it for her tree. And he was like, no, out of all the ornaments, that's the one I was eyeing. So he really loves this one. And then there's also this one which looks like an older Christmas light, and I absolutely love it. I think it's so cool. It's heavy too, and it has like a big string on it, but we make it work. Don't mind all of the mess. After fluffing this tree and having to run lights on it, you can see like the little grass things that have fallen off of it. But I wanted to show this little bin. These are some extra ornaments that I had that are smaller, that actually work good on this tree as fillers because it is a smaller tree. If you've seen the woodland tree, I don't know if I actually have it posted yet or not. It should be coming soon, but some of these ornaments are leftovers from that one that I saved for this one because it's gold and red again. Okay, I forgot I needed some string on some of these homemade ornaments, so I'm gonna string these, and we're gonna talk about Home Alone. I feel like this is another movie like the Santa Claus when it comes to the sequel and prequel, but let me get to it. So, Home Alone is genius. Like, it's such a good movie. It definitely has you like hitting your head like, why the are you leaving your kid at home? Like, how did that slip by you? I only have 2 kids, so I can't be one to really judge, but I feel like it's not just me. I feel like it's a lot of parents that are like hitting their head like, how do you get on a plane without knowing for sure? I know you're running late, but how do you get on a plane without knowing for 100% sure that you literally seen with your own eyes, not one of your children's eyes? How did you not see them with your own eyes? This is getting deep, but I mean, I think we're all thinking that. So I think I just have to say it's still such a good one. Macaulay Culkin kills it. It's a really cute movie, and it definitely is a tradition. Our kids absolutely love it. They crack up laughing at it, which is so cool because we have a 7 and a 4-year-old. So the 4-year-old kind of does what the 7-year-old does, but like Roman, our 7-year-old, is at that age where like he's really catching on to like traditions and movies and stuff like that. He understands why we're watching it this time of the year. He knows it's Christmas time, and it makes the whole thing like that much more fun. And it makes that movie so much better because he's really like catching on. Like, it was always like one that we absolutely loved, both of us growing up, but now that our kids like really enjoy it too, makes it even better. Okay, so some more sentimental pieces. These are ones that I have actually handmade myself. I definitely want to make more for this tree because I only have these, but I talked about these 3 in my ornament making video. These are just salt dough ornaments. This one in glitter, it's in green, and then there's glitter on top of the green. It's kind of hard to see. It says our first home, and then our first home address is on the back. So it's a really special one. I didn't get the idea of doing the key until after our first home, so I just did our first home on it with the address on the back. But at our second place, I went ahead, because these are places that we have rented and stuff, but they were still very sentimental to us because, for one, you know, there are homes together as a couple, but also homes that we have our kids in, homes that, you know, our babies have taken their like first steps in, and that type of ordeal. So they're very special to us. But this is the first one, or after our first home. I did it green so that they can kind of bounce back and forth between red and green. I thought just to add a little bit of green to this tree as well, I thought would be cute. And then in gold glitter, I put into the little indentation. But these are just baked salt dough. And then the third one is red, and same with the gold key. And then these last two that I made are actually wire beaded ornaments that I made back in the day with a friend, and they're just red and gold snowflakes. A Christmas Story. So another, I guess you could say, classic. I feel like a lot of families have to watch this one, and it's a funny one. It's a pretty funny one that you'll kind of laugh at, but at the same time, I sometimes feel like, are we laughing because we grew up with it and we thought it was funny when we grew up? I mean, there's definitely those scenes. I mean, I'm pretty sure I never say fragile anymore. It's always fragile. But I don't know, I think even now, like, I'm more like happy to watch Home Alone or something like that over that one. And I actually went a lot of Christmases without watching that movie because my husband had never really seen it. So it wasn't like something he had to watch either. So we would watch like all the other ones. And then one year we're like, let's just watch it. It's been so many years since I've seen it, and we did. And it definitely makes our list now. Like, we like to watch it. I think he mainly watches it for me because he knows it's like one of those throwback movies that I grew up watching, so if there's nothing else to watch, we like to put it on. You may have thought I was done being sentimental, but I'm not. A little bit more. I did forget to mention this one that James made quite a few years ago. He actually did this craft with some kids at his work, and because he's a teacher, if you didn't know, but he used to do some after school programs as well, and they made ornaments one year, and a lot of it has rubbed off, but there's paint inside of it, there was stars all over it, and it said the Hunt family. I need to put that back on here, but that is from that. These other ones are very sentimental too, though, because my mom made all of these. So the tops are the gingerbread men, which I also talked about in the ornament making video. They are also salt dough, I believe, but I think she adds more to them to make them a little bit more brown. And she, of course, uses the gingerbread man cookie cutters and draws on them and everything. They're so cute, though, and it's our whole family. So cute. And then the boys. I believe she puts like cinnamon in them. I would like to ask her because I eventually do want to do a salt dough ornament video and show the process, but nevertheless, it's so sentimental because my mom did make them, but growing up, we made them almost every single year. We loved them so much. So her tree was literally filled with those gingerbread men. We loved them. And then last year she made these for us. It's one of our family photos. And then two more of just the boys, which are so adorable. Polar Express is a newer movie, newish, I guess. It's probably been out for so long, and here I am talking about how new it is. But I think it's a really, really cute and well done cartoon. Definitely recommend it. Polar Express is cartoon, so it's a little bit different there. And I feel like they did a really good job. The whole story, everything is really cute, and yeah, really good, I mean, well done job on it. I think it's going to be a movie that I will always put on for my kids to watch, and just to feel the holiday spirit, and that's what it's all about. Yeah, it's very well done. It's more like one of those like realistic looking movies. I'm sure you guys know what the Polar Express is though, so why am I blabbering on? But it's cute. This one is not as sentimental, guys. It's just random fillers. We have a bunch of gold, like stick-like things that are dusted with gold. And then we have a bunch of berries. I have one of these random things. Yeah, a bunch of red berries. We also have gold dusted acorns, you know, just all the vibes right there. The Nightmare Before Christmas is another one that, like, it's such a good one anyways, and I mean, you can't fight me on that, but I say it's a good Halloween, Christmas, honestly all year round type of movie, and I watch it quite a bit. Even like my kids like it, and so it always makes it nice. That movie is like more of a comfort too, because it reminds me of Halloween, of course, and it's like I get to still live in the Halloween time, and makes it a little bit happier around here. And very last to mention is our topper, and this is probably going to be changing very soon. I've just had this red bow with a bell for quite a while sitting on top, but I actually think this year is the year to find a good star. I've always said for the gold and red tree I want a star on top, because growing up with my mom's big cozy tree we always had a star on top, so I kind of want a star on this one. I'm going to be looking around for the perfect one. I haven't made my mind up yet, but if I don't find one, I'll just keep the ribbon bow and bell, but I'll keep you guys updated in a vlog. I'll make sure I show you guys in a vlog if I do find a fitting one for this tree. But for tonight and for this video, you're gonna see the bow on top. Mickey Christmas Carol. I wanted to include this one for the sole purpose of, for some reason, now this is the Mickey movie. There is two. There's one, we watched both of them because my kids love Mickey, but there is two of them, and although they're both kind of cute and I watched them when I was younger, I can say I definitely like the Christmas Carol better. It has Professor Von Drake as Scrooge, and it tells the whole Christmas story of Scrooge, and you know, Christmas past, present, and future, and it just, I feel like it's another feel-good movie where it kind of hits you in the gut. And even though it's like being portrayed as like cartoon characters, Mickey and Donald and all of them, I just feel like it's such a good one because it's just, it's a feel-good, and I feel like it can teach you a lesson even coming from little cartoon characters that you just kind of see as still being innocent from like when you were younger. So I just think it's really cute. And again, it's another plus. It's a movie that we watch every year, so I had to mention it because of the boys. They make us watch some of these movies every year, so. The Grinch. Give me Jim Carrey or give me the new cartoon. We don't watch the old cartoon. I did when I was little, but we actually don't watch it really. We mainly just watch Jim Carrey. My kids love the Jim Carrey version so much. I'm pretty sure I can quote that movie by heart from my childhood and now from my kids' childhood. But it's such a good movie, so many good memes, and it's incredible. I love it. I love that one. That's another one that you can fight me on. I would rather watch The Grinch over Elf because of Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey outweighs Will Ferrell in my opinion. But we definitely like the new animated Grinch as well. We took the boys to theaters when that came out and we all loved it. It's such a good one. Awesome music, and I actually will play like the Grinch soundtrack. I'll be like, hey, Alexa. I gotta whisper it so she doesn't go off. You know, play the Grinch soundtrack, and we get down to it. We love the Grinch music, and I mean, Axel has a whole Grinch tree. Like, we are a Grinch-loving family. Alright, I think we're down to the last one, and this one is titled Netflix, or Cheesy Netflix Movies. Oh, where to begin? I say I like to watch movies like White Christmas and It's a Wonderful Life, but the last couple of years I've needed full-on gut laughs. And it's not really laughing like with the movie as much as laughing at the movie. But at this point, I feel like it's so fun how Netflix comes out with these cheesy movies around this time of the year, and it's just hilarious. And the funny part about it is like the actual actresses and or actors, they get in on it, and they're like, you can tell they're just like, here we go again. And I think that's what makes them so good. But I'm telling you, you may be the type of person that's like, I don't like that kind of stuff. I don't like the Hallmark cheesy shit. But let me tell you, I thought that. And I've always kind of been somebody who's into more like cheesy stuff too. You know, like the little love stories that pan out and whatever, the romantic at heart person. But let me tell you, they're better than what you think, and you will not leave that movie without laughing. And again, it may not be with the movie, but at the movie. And you know, sometimes those movies just make my day for that purpose. And this is a one category, but I do want to mention some of the movies. So there is I believe it's called The Christmas Prince. It does have Rose McIver in it, who is from iZombie. Love iZombie, let me just say that. But I think it's called The Christmas Prince, but then there's a sequel and a prequel. They did it 3 years in a row, and they are quite the movies. There's also Vanessa Hudgens, which I've always loved Vanessa. I always have. Bless her heart, these movies though. There's The Princess Switch, and then The Princess Switched Again, and let me tell you, they're really hard to get through. Definitely laughs though, but it's just, I'm regretting my choices. I'm telling you guys what movies I watch. Vanessa also has, I believe it's The Night Before Christmas, but it's like an actual night, and it goes back in medieval times. I kid you not. He calls her my lady throughout just about the whole movie, so that's a good time. And will the sucker be able to go back in time? Who knows? Will he finish his quest? That is the question. Okay, Kat Graham from The Vampire Diaries. Again, cheesy show, but I really love The Vampire Diaries, and I do like Kat Graham a lot, but she's jumped on the Netflix Christmas movie bandwagon as well. She's done the holiday calendar. She gets an advent calendar, and each day, like, it predicts her future. Kind of a cool concept for a Christmas movie. Definitely Hallmark vibes, but it could be an actual night that goes to the future. This year, it looks like she has also come out with Operation Christmas Drop. I have not seen it, but it is on the list to watch. I'm sure there is more that I've seen, and I'm trying to rack my brain on cheesy Netflix movies, but I will leave you guys here and save you guys. That is plenty for you to go watch. Yeah, check it out. But I hope you guys enjoyed this. I know it was a little different. Hopefully I didn't make it awkward, and it's probably gonna be really long, so I'm gonna try to edit it down. But this is the finished product of the tree. I will show you guys a little montage moment of it all put together, but I love it. It's super sentimental. It's warm and cozy, gold, red, and it's just our little living room tree. I wanted to turn it into its own video, so I hope I was able to do that with also giving you guys a little bit of our Christmas movie history and what I spend my days doing. But thank you guys so much if you guys watched today's video. Let me know down below, what are some of your favorite Christmas movies? Did I list some maybe? Also, do you watch cheesy Hallmark Netflix movies? I know it's not just me. Like, these movies keep popping out like hotcakes, so I know there's a lot of you that watch them too. But thank you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow in tomorrow's Vlogmas.